one of the most attractive features of studying in Germany is, you can say, no tuition fee or almost zero tuition fees.
Also now, I would like to touch upon a topic that, we have to discuss if we are talking about German universities, and that is the course fee. So I want to understand what were the course fees over there. There's a general understanding that if you go to Germany, you'll have to pay next to zero or very minimal course fees. So I'd want to understand what was the scenario in your case.
So yeah, the one of the most attractive features of studying in Germany is, you can say, no tuition fee or almost zero tuition fees. So yeah, you can say that. My semester fees, for 6 months, right now is around 147 euros or something. So if you convert to that INR, it will be somewhere around 12,000 rupees. And in that also, the division of 147 euros is it's 75 euro you pay towards the transportation, and the rest you pay as a student union fees or something like that of sort to the universities. So what you get from the transportation is that on Saturday and Sunday, on every public transport, you are free to ride it. So, and that comes with the semester fees, what you are paying, that like I said, 147 euros. So Saturday and Sunday, it's completely free, 24 hours. You can ride anything from bus to trains, anything. And on weekdays, on Monday to Friday, you can ride from 6 p.m. to 6 in the morning. Everything is free. So these are the timelines which you can ride for free, and this cost is included in your tuition fee as well. So that's a good thing. So you can say, ultimately you are paying somewhere around 70 to 75 euros only to the university for 6 months.
I also want to understand, along with the fees, do any universities also offer a scholarship opportunity? Though that is too much to ask for, but does that happen?
Yes, actually, there are certain scholarships, but it's not university dependent. It's actually a government organization, you can say. It's called Deutschland Stipendium. So what they do is it's based upon the throughout Germany, there's a unit, you can say, stipendium unit, which actually gains extract funding from you can say industries and influential peoples from there, and they make a fund, and this fund is basically distributed among students. So how it is distributed, your university tells you what is the timeline for this application, and you apply with all your transcripts and every certificate and all that, you apply to it. And if your motivation, suppose I want to work in the electrical vehicles domain, and I have good enough grades, and maybe I have done some social works or sports or something, and some of the contributor from the electrical vehicle industries like my profile, so they will select me for the stipendium. And what I will get in the stipendium is per month you will get 300 euros, and this is for 1 year span. And you can apply again for the next year. So if you get it next year, then again you will get it for 1 year. So at one instance, you are getting 3,600 euros if you get the stipendium for 1 year. Yeah.
I would want to come to the final part of this conversation, which is around the jobs in Germany, especially in your course. So I want to understand what kind of jobs can one expect after graduation, and what is the pay range that one can expect in Germany? Because in general, I think there's not much awareness around what's the pay like in Germany? So an idea of an average range would be very helpful.
Mhm. Okay, so I will start with student job, because like once you come to the university or come to a new course, obviously I would say you will work. It's a definite thing. Either you will work in the university, which is called a heavy job, or either you will work in the industry. So when you work in the industry while you are studying, so that's a part-time job. Based upon the industry you are working on, you can get anywhere around 1100 to 1400 euros per month during your education period or during your student life. And once you pass out, then the pay scale varies. So suppose you have a previous experience before coming to Germany or before starting your studies. Maybe you have a 3 or 4 years experience, or suppose you have a good enough experience working in different projects, somehow in research groups or something like that. So you can get as a fresher over here is something around 50 to 60,000 per annum easily. And suppose you are completely fresher, like you haven't worked anything before doing your masters in Germany, and you are just starting off, so you can still expect something around 48 to 50,000 euros.
What is one big advice that you would want to give to students back in India who are also planning to apply to Germany? It could be either an advice or it could be a mistake that you committed that you would want others to not commit. So what would that be?
Okay, so first and foremost thing, I would say the most important thing is prepare well everything in advance while you are applying. I prepared everything in advance, I would say nearly 1 year ago. So you can imagine, because like there's if each and every timeline is linked to everything. Like if you're applying for winter semester, suppose your application process starts from January. Most of the application process starts from January. So before January, you would want that each and every document which is required for the application, you have it beforehand. So you would require if you are giving GRE, your GRE results. If you are giving your IELTS, you give your IELTS results. Then in some of the German universities, they need a document which is called VPD. So to get a VPD, you need somewhere around 20 days. So you have to back calculate everything and make sure you are on track. And you would want to make sure that you are applying as soon as the application process starts, because somehow it's like untold truth that if you apply early, you have a better advantage of getting into it, the universities. So I would say the only thing which I would recommend everyone who is planning to come to Germany and to a master's course, please do everything very well in advance. Make sure you have each and every document in your hand before applying.